Hey guys, King of Trimanders here, and today I bring to you a video on my top 5 tips for the Deviljho invasion event. So this video contains tips for taking on Deviljho and encountering it at the upcoming event. If you need details on the Deviljho event, click on the video on the top right of this section. Here's the arrow right here. Click on that, and it will take you to the video on if you need a breakdown of what the Deviljho event is. And it's gonna last a week, so do your best to plan ahead. This is going to maximize the amount of Deviljho you kill so that you can get ready in the future for what might be coming next. And I'm going to put that hint in the later part of this video. Alright, let's just jump right into it. We have tip number 1, learn Deviljho's attack patterns. Take a look at my Deviljho monster attack guides at the closing of this video. I'll have my updated guide right there as well as my Deviljho build. So take a look at that guide if you want to learn Deviljho's attack patterns. Make sure you take a look at them because Deviljho is a massive sized monster with a lot of hitbox range for his attacks. So make sure you know them for the sake of saving potions. It's gonna make you use a lot of healing items if you haven't gotten used to or aren't used to engaging Deviljho. So definitely make sure you at least are aware of them, or if you're a beginner taking on Deviljho for the first time, that you, like I mentioned, are aware of them. Deviljho also has an enrage mode that gives him a powerful breath attack, so be sure to learn how to dodge this. If you look at the video on the battle example I have right here, just roll on as close as you can towards his head and you should be able to dodge this powerful attack. So that's his most powerful attack. So again, just roll underneath him, hug his body, and you should be fine. Moving on, we have tip number 2. Deviljho can only invade a certain species and past a certain tier. So Deviljho can only be encountered at 5 stars and above. So if you try to go anything 4 stars or below, you're not going to encounter it. So it's safe to say that after you click on the following monsters below, you don't need to click on 4 stars or below, just 5 stars or above. As Deviljho can invade the following monsters: Great Jagras, Kuliaku, and Puke. Early on when he released, I think I saw him twice for Ciciaku, but that hasn't happened forever, so I don't think it was a thing, or maybe they jacked it. I have no idea, but yes, it's these 3 monsters. So, Great Jagras, Kuliaku, and Puke. Like I mentioned, tap on those, and they have a chance of being a Deviljho and trigger a Deviljho invasion. Not every one of them will be that way. I'm not sure if the event's going to make it guaranteed, as I'm going to note that later on in this video. So if you are walking, running, driving like I will, or whatever method you are using to travel around those volatile biomes and get those Deviljhos, make sure you focus on looking for these 3 monsters. Next up at tip number 3, there will be increased monster spawns, but the Deviljho encounter rate will be the same. Sadly, this event will increase the number of Deviljhos you see in volatile areas. So, as you see here from this screenshot from a hunter on the Monster Hunter Now Facebook page, and they were able to find 6 Deviljho in one biome. Thanks to this person for providing this for us. So you can see 6 Deviljho in one biome, maybe more, but if you see less than this, keep that in mind because, again, the appearance rates of Deviljho will not increase. You're gonna see more monsters, but if you see 6 Deviljho in one biome, you might have seen all of them. So instead of hunting for that last one, just go to another volatile area and reset all over again. Don't expect to find a ton of Deviljho in one biome. Like I mentioned, it's better for you to save your time. Take out 3, take out 4. If that volatile area does not change back to normal, move on to the next one to maximize the time and effort you put into hunting this exclusive monster with a really difficult mechanic. As for tip number 4, we have Deviljho's weak spots and elemental weaknesses. Make sure you know which damage type you do for your weapon type: sever, blunt, and ranged. Each weapon type has a different damage type of these 3, and it will affect how much damage you do to Deviljho, as Deviljho's head and legs are its most vulnerable parts for melee and its head for range. So focus on these areas depending if you're using melee or if you're using ranged. Now here's the thing, when Deviljho is enraged, its weak spots change to its head and stomach. So keep this in mind. When it turns red, when it goes red, its weak spots will change. So there will also be a damage difference change. So as you see on the chart right here, you will see that when it's in enrage mode, the percentage of damage will change. So keep that in mind. In addition, Deviljho also takes 150% damage from elemental weapons, so you should use elemental as much as possible. This is 50% more versus other monsters. So you take a look here, I have Puke and I have Deviljho. As you see, you will do more damage as it's 150%. This is huge. So again, you really want to take out Deviljhos easily. Well, somewhat easier. You want to take them out faster, I would say that. If you want to take them out faster, you need elemental weapons. In addition, be sure to break the head if you are 8 stars and above Deviljho to get a chance at Rarity 6 Deviljho Saliva. Monsters like Zinogre and Deviljho have their own Rarity 6 materials, so be sure to break the head so you get a chance to get an extra Rarity 6 Deviljho Saliva from its broken part drop. And last but not least, at tip number 5, find which Deviljho weapon and builds you want to make for Kushala. Deviljho has a variety of powerful weapons and builds with different equipment skills. If you're curious about it, I'll have a video at the closing right here that will show you the best Deviljho builds for each and every weapon type with data supported. So I use mhn.quest and it will show you the average theoretical damage you will do, but also the parts you need for each and every build. And like I mentioned, it's for every weapon type. So take a look at that at the closing if you haven't watched that video yet. Also, be sure to pick which weapon works for you. It's expensive to invest in weapons, okay? Weapons and armor in general. Do not just blindly put your resources into every weapon type or a bunch of different weapon types. You're going to end up accidentally blocking yourself to where you are run out of refining parts or you run out of valuable materials or Zenny that you could have used if you were smart using your resources. It's especially true for Deviljho weapons, just because Deviljhos can only be encountered in invasions right now, and likely via events in the future where it might be out in the field. So again, be sure to pick which weapon works for you. If you're going to make a second one, that's fine, but be sure you already know that this first one is going to be your main one for a second. And I'm telling you all this because the first upcoming Elder Dragon, Kushala Daora, is historically weak to the dragon element. So Kushala Daora is weak to dragon, and because there's this event that's leading us to dragon weapons, maybe dragon weapons might do more damage against Kushala. So we never know until they officially put out the information, but that's just my guess, that it will do more damage, just because there seems to be a very heavy emphasis on making a dragon weapon before Kushala releases. Hopefully these tips help you prepare for the Deviljho event. Probably isn't going to be the last one. We're probably going to have another Deviljho event in the future, but take full advantage of the event because we don't know when that's going to happen. There's also a bunch of exciting events coming out for the rest of May, so I hope that all of you are excited for those. And we don't know about any updates coming in between, so who knows? We might get Elder Dragons in May, or they might come in June. We don't know, so hopefully it's sooner than later. But again, Deviljho is dragon, and dragon is strong against Kushala. So if I'm right, and I hope I am, there's something about dragon when it comes to Kushala. So get your dragon weapons, take out your Deviljho, and as you see these builds to the left, take a look at that video and take a look at the best Deviljho builds with data to support them. And with that being said, please do me a huge favor, like, subscribe, and comment for the YouTube algorithm. I wish you the best of luck in the Ravenous Invasion of Deviljho event, and I will see y'all on the next video.